Hi everyone, this is Chris Brazel and welcome back to my number 32 house where we are downsizing to go to a whole new area, which is exciting. So when you come through the door, remember on the outside we had the wriggly mat or the up, down, up, down, up, down mat. You do not have that at your entry. So that will change. When we come in here, this is the next part we're going to look at. And if you look at it, we've got a beach area here, and when I started to speak to Our Lady, she intended at some stage to go to the water near Bribey Island. So we're going to move that because she's not, that was a previous goal. We're going to change it to something that's a little bit more countrified. The next thing is along here. Orchids are about perseverance, and they're great. They're the energy of the horse, which is this year. It means stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. But we're going to change it. We're going to keep one orchid instead of two, and we're going to bring a peace lily, or I might bring a bamboo plant for money. I'm just going to work on that when I start to make the changes. The main thing is we've got a pathway and it's going, and it's got a lonely person there, so that'll be going away. The next thing is we've got this big empty bowl and it's empty, and that's sometimes when you can be feeling empty and you don't know. The other thing, it's red and it's glass, but then we've got this roller coaster. So you've got a conflict happening here. Red is the fire element, and then you've got this, which is the water element. Then you've got the glass, which is the water element. So that is actually going to go away, and I'm going to redo this. So we're not in conflict and we're not feeling empty. And then we've got the little owls here, which is about teaching you to be wise, and the bear, which is courage. So I'm still going to use that, but I'm thinking of actually using either a country scene up here or maybe two owls in another way. Owls are about having balance but choice, but also being wise. And when you're downsizing and you're selling and you're buying, you really have to be really, really wise and know exactly what you're doing. So when you look at this, this is a money corner, which is where I'll probably put the money plan. I'll put something in here, which is that. I'll leave the orchids there for persevering and having the play effect, and then I'll look at whether we leave this. But even when it comes to the doily, we've used a roller coaster doily. So there's a lot of emotions happening right from at the door to when you get here. So we need to get out of those emotions and we need to concrete it. We've got a bare wall there with a hook on it. Never have hooks on your wall with nothing on. So we're going to look at a piece of art. We're actually going to use one of my art pieces there. So my art in your houses will work wonders, I can guarantee. Now when you come in here on the right, you've got a lonely chair that's by itself. It's looking at the door, and then you've got a little table. We've got a great story about this, which is about waiting for visitors to come. But it's a story, so we're going to get the story right. I'm going to put two chairs there. So if visitors are coming and they're only coming this part, then let's have two chairs so you can sit with the visitor and not be just by yourself, or that feeling of loneliness. This can often go to the head that you're sitting there trying to work out to get out, but you've got all this emotion happening here. Your house is a total exchange of what's going on in your headspace. So this will be the next lot of changes I will make. Come back after I've made the changes and we'll see. The other thing is in the living room, you can't actually get in. It's very important to be able to get in easily. So this is meaning you're not being able to connect. So we're going to move the chairs around there, which will be another step, and I'll bring you back. The other thing is you come door, 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 and you'll see that just in the photos. But when you've got door, 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 what comes in is going out. You either use a 5-prong wind chime on the outside to stop coming in and going out, or you can use a flute. Either way, we will work to see what works. So this is me out until I do these changes. Then I'll be back to show you more. Cheers for now. Hi everyone, this is Chris Brazel. Welcome back to the entry of our number 32 house, which is change it up, and that feeling of freedom. So when I went through the first time, you saw that yes, we had some different plots here, but we had mainly that bowl that was all empty and that roller coaster. Different artwork on the wall here. So why did I change it? So I've got two orchids, simply because she loves orchids, and they have a great symbolization. One, they're about persevering with what you should persevere with, and two, it's a symbol of the horse, and this is the horse energy this year. We've put the owls there instead of the other picture that we have. Owls are about being wise, so it's very much being very wise about what action needs to take, what needs to be done, where we're downsizing here and we're going to our new home. The zebra is the same energy or similar to the horse. The giraffe is being able to see ahead of time. So having the owls, the zebra and the giraffe here is just a symbolization that it works to give the head energy or the mental side or the mind side. It has a story. So it says persevere, be wise about every decision you make. Don't worry, I can see ahead of the game, and we're going to move in unison and we're going to move in flow. The piece of artwork I've put on the wall over here is the 2 white horses, which is one I painted, and it's great that she's got my artwork on the wall. I'm overjoyed about that. But that again is moving in unison, not feeling you've got to do everything by yourself, but moving in unison. So I'll be working with her all the way through, and I'm sure we'll get the right team. And so this now has a whole different energy to where it was when we first came in, where it was all cluttered and bits and pieces, but mainly it was a roller coaster tied up with emotions and not going anywhere. I'll be back with the next room for you. Cheers. Hi everyone, this is Chris Brazel. Welcome back to the living room. Remember, the living room is your connection to the outside world, so it's always important that you can have an entry into it. It's easy for people to come in and sit in your living room. If you looked at it before, we had the couch across here, we had little tables in between the chairs. Literally you had about that space to get in. What we've done is we've moved the big couch over there, and it's quite easy to see. You can come, sit down, have a conversation here, over here. This doesn't feel so lonely as it was before, so we've still got the chair, we've got the money plan here, which is really good. And then her friend is able to come in with his chair and he can sit there quite easily. But it doesn't feel quite so isolated where this couch was facing that way and this chair was facing this way, like it wasn't talking to each other. So you can see it's come to a lot of calmness. We've moved a lot of artwork around, but mainly it's the chair. So really check where your chairs are and how they're positioned in your living room. And then you'll see changes will happen in your life so quickly and so easily. Sometimes just moving one chair, magic can happen within the hour. So this is me out, and I'll be back with some more stories and real life people who make real life changes in their life. Cheers for now.